weather is beautiful outside, but eventually you have to come inside, and so why not check out a movie? So we always got to check in with Richard Roeper for his takes. He gives the reviews on things you may want to see or things you may want to skip. So right now we're talking, first off, a World War II movie.
Okay, so Pressure is the story. It's World War II. And Marianne, this is kind of an example of something that is a prestige project and seems like a worthy thing, but it's kind of stodgy and deliberate and doesn't quite work. So it's all about the days leading up to the D-Day invasion. And the weather forecast, Aisha, was very important because if you've got cloud cover, if you've got big waves and things like that, it could have been a disastrous thing. So it's all about the meteorologists who are warring, and it sounds interesting and it makes for kind of an interesting chapter in history, but it does not make for a great feature film. And Brendan Fraser, who I love, but he plays Dwight D. Eisenhower.
Yeah,
and you need someone,
that.
you know, that's not good casting, because Brendan Fraser's cuddly. And Dwight D. Eisenhower was not cuddly. So, you know, and he does his best, but it's just a case of miscasting. So I'm saying on this one, it's, I think it might have worked as a documentary better than a feature film.
Wow.
So we're gonna, you know, kind of just take a pass on that one.
Okay, that's interesting. That was
Not
one I
worth
was
it.
kind of looking forward to.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
Next up, a drama with Nick Jonas and Paul Rudd.
Yes.
And those two I like independently, but I'm wondering, how is that going to work together?
So this is called Power Ballad.
Too.
Well, it's interesting, Marianne, because
is so funny.
Here's the setup here. Paul Rudd plays a wedding band singer. He met a gal in Ireland, fell in love, and he's just settled down there. But he had dreams of becoming a real hit sensation in the 2000s. And then you've got Nick Jonas, who plays kind of a version of himself, a former boy band singer who's now kind of lost his way. Nick Jonas's character steals a song from Paul Rudd's character, and so this sounds almost like a wacky Will Ferrell type comedy, but it's taken seriously and authentically, which is why I love this film, because it's about, you know, sacrificing your dreams for your family. What do you do when you know you're in the right, but he has no proof that he wrote this song?
Oh, wow.
So it got some dark edges. And then the other thing I love, Marianne, every once in a while in movies like this, the fictional song from the movie becomes a hit. Right? Like Purple Rain from Purple Rain.
Oh, yeah.
Or Shallow from A Star Is Born. And there's a song here, How to Write a Song Without You, that is so beautiful. It's going to win the Oscar for Best Original Song, I believe, for sure.
Got one here.
And it is one of those, when you walk out of the theater, you will not be able to get that song out of your head for weeks to come, because it's so catchy. So it works as a musical, a family drama, a conflict, and has some comedic moments as well. This is one of my favorite movies of the year. I was really surprised, and this is why I go to see these for you, Marianne, and for you folks out there, because you never know when something that you think is kind of just, you know, slight and trifling turns out to be something pretty great.
Love it. Oh, and you're very enthusiastic about it, too. All right, I'm going to see that one.
All right.
Next one, okay. The Spider Universe expands with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, so Spider Noir, this is interesting, too. It's a limited series. He's not playing Spider-Man. He's playing the Spider, kind of a precursor to Peter Parker. And Nicolas Cage, if you like when Nicolas Cage goes over the top and then keeps on sailing, he described this performance as Bugs Bunny meets Humphrey Bogart, and that's understating. It's way over the top.
Wow.
It's really, though, if you look at it, Marianne, it's kind of a tribute to the film noirs of the 30s, you know, the stories of, you know, the Maltese Falcon and things like that. And one of the cool things about this is you have a choice. You can watch the episodes in black and white or in color.
Oh, interesting.
So you can go for the comic book approach or the real cinematic approach. And it's eight episodes. I recommend switching from episode to episode. So the visuals are real cool. Nicolas Cage is just way over the top. It's a comic book come to life. But again, kind of surprising, because you look at this and you go, how, you know, Peter Parker's supposed to be 17. He's not playing that Spider-Man. He's playing the Spider. Yeah.
Okay, another recommendation.
Yeah.
All right, 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
So cool, huh?
Yes.
I know. And now I want to see both of those, and I'm sad about Pressure. So get Roper's take on new releases every Thursday right here on NBC5.